So for those of you who have been following our channel for a long time, and hopefully there are a number of you that have been here, Sable Miner, Brett Boyle, Henry Kajawa, Public Domain off the top of my head. I know you guys have been here with us during the earlier stages when our show was a lot smaller. A few years ago, we had a guest on from South Florida who's a very successful, put it that way, real estate investor named Jason Haber. Now, he came on the podcast because he had some thoughts about how to help deal with the housing crisis in South Florida.
I don't remember this. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Okay.
I do.
Okay, well, we've been doing this show for almost 5 years, twice a week. I've forgotten some episodes.
So he was on, I want to say, about 3 years ago. So it's been a little while. You know, he and I communicated on the regular, but then the communication kind of ceased. And then, of course, it didn't pop up over a year ago when Jen was running for Congress, even though this guy clearly could have helped Jen in a big way. And you want to know why he didn't help Jen? This is why. He made this post on social media this morning. This is Sag Harbor, New York, which is the North Shore of Long Island, a very wealthy community. And he was out this weekend at a pro-Israel rally. And as I have said before, you wave that motherfucking flag spliced with the American flag, you're anti-American as far as I'm concerned.
Wait. Is this guy from, I thought he was down here.
He splits his time. He splits his time between South Florida, Long Island. Like
right.
so many other wealthy,
I understand he summers in the Hamptons.
Of course.
So whatever. And this is the guy that you were friendly with about real estate, but you noticed that stopped. Well, you weren't, it's not like you were talking to him anyway regularly. He didn't purposefully stop talking to you because of Ziohel.
Well, of course. And I would imagine that once he clued into the fact that you were not on their team.
That's why he didn't show up.
Oh, this guy's a supporter of the Democratic Party. Like, I know that he is. And I have seen him on, I will tell you another thing that is very interesting about this guy. And maybe I can grab the clip. I'm not even gonna, you know, we'll talk, but it just kind of came to mind all of a sudden. He has very strong.
Is that a thing? It might be, Brett Boyle. Like, that very well could be. Because there's codes about displaying flag.
Yeah, I would definitely say that that's true.
And you guys know I'm not a flag person. All of it is silliness to me. So I couldn't care less. But in terms of that they're not serving the people here, that's the problem. I don't care about their silly flag.
Yeah, but you
also, why would we take issue, with Randy Fine? Why would we drop him from AIPAC? But why wouldn't we drop someone like Brian Mast, who was clearly cheering for the death of children after the genocide started?
Yeah. No,
why Randy Fine? What was so across the line? Cheering for death of children is not sufficient.
Well, I think that, I mean, Randy is just so bold in his genocidal supremacist attitude. I mean, he doesn't hide the fact that he's a bloodthirsty psychopath. Like, he really does. I'm not saying that Brian Mast hides it either. I just think Brian.
He wore an IOF uniform to Congress. That's pretty bloodthirsty.
But I would definitely say that Randy is somebody who he's got itchy trigger fingers. Like, he gleefully talks about people and how much he wants to kill them, how much he hates Palestinians, how much he wants them all dead. If you don't release the hostages, we have to kill everybody. I mean, he says that all the time. Starving people, let's starve them. Release.
This guy holding that double flag is the guy that we had on the show?
That's correct.
Okay. I don't remember the show. I guess he wasn't very memorable.
No, I wouldn't say he was very memorable, but
also it sounds like something it sounds like a subject matter where I was sitting here but zoned out. There have been some subjects where I'm like zoned out, where you're talking blah, 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 business, small business, blah, 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 real estate, commercial, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, that's so boring to me.
You know, one of the big problems that I have to face on a regular basis is knowing that I have to ignore certain names now, because the second I am clued into the fact that they're Jewish, I have to look them up to see if they support Israel. And if I catch that they do, that's the end of the conversation.
Yeah, but then you just, okay, and that's good, because at least with Jewish surnames, you could at least think to check. But don't forget, Christian Zios are all amongst us too. And that doesn't necessarily advertise the same way.
That is true as well. And so I don't want you guys to think that this is just, let's point the finger at one Zio that's out there. They all walk among us. But there's another part of this story. Jason decided to share his thoughts about Zohran Mamdani winning the New York City mayoral election.
Of course he did.
And he's got some very interesting thoughts that these Fox New York co-hosts really enjoyed his thoughts.
Mayor credit, the City of Yes was a really bold initiative that allowed us to build more housing going forward in the future. I think we need more City of Yes and less City of Socialism. And I really hope that the focus now is how we can build more housing, because if we increase supply, we can bring rents down.
Well,
This
freezing
guy
rents
was
might
on our
not.
show?
Yes.
I do. Are you sure I was there?
Yes.
Okay. I honestly,
smoked- you
guys, if
smoked too
anyone
much
else out there remembers, please let me know. Like, if any of you remember, let me know if you remember. No, that's not why. It just doesn't. He seems like such a wiener.
Remember, socialism is what's going to crush New York, guys. Like, that's the real problem.
Right.
That's what's really going
So
on.
for the completely unfettered capitalism has been really doing it justice thus far.
You have a guy sitting there in probably a $3,000-$4,000 suit. Lord knows how much his watch is. You know, again, he wears it on his sleeve. There are people are so fucking classist. Like, they don't get why people hate their guts. Like, they don't get it. That's the problem. I've always said, maybe the biggest problem with capitalism is that the people who succeed in capitalism. Oh, okay, wonderful. That's great to hear about Jacob.
This guy's so douchey.
Anyway, as I was saying, the biggest problem with these types of capitalists is that because they've succeeded in the capitalist world, they automatically see it as a character flaw if you don't succeed the way that they do. You saw the post that went on social media today saying that Elon Musk has over 400 billion to his name now. And there are a lot of conservatives coming out and saying, all right, look, this is insane. Like, there is no balance here. And you still have people sucking off Elon saying he earned it. Oh, he earned it, all right. By screwing workers. That's how you do it. And he's done it in a big way. And on top of everything else, you know, you all claim to be in favor of the free market. There is no free market. He has, like a handful of others, have monopolized the market when it comes to anything related to, I don't know, space, you know, Tesla, you name it. He's getting the government contracts. You think that just happens by accident? No. Of course not. And it's the same thing with anybody who is high up on the hog, like Jason is, in the real estate world. You have a huge advantage over everybody else. And so when somebody like Zohran wins the mayoral nomination and is now a main fixture in New York City politics, his first response is, oh, we don't need more socialism. That's not going to solve the problem. It doesn't solve the problem for people like you. People like you are way ahead of everybody else. But everybody else is not going to catch up to you in this current system. The current system is designed so that only a few people can actually get to enjoy it. Dan Bilzerian? No. Dan Bilzerian is not going to be invited on this podcast.
I didn't say it. I just put it out there.
Well, Dan Bilzerian doesn't like Jews. Like, he's pretty clear about that.
In what way? And I'm not sure. Are we talking about the guy that was on with Rogan?
No, Dan Bilzerian has made it very clear that he does not really see a separation between Zionism and Judaism. And so that doesn't help the cause. That just makes anti-Semitism more rampant. He's not helping. And I think that's, and I just don't like the guy. I mean, if anybody knows anything about Dan Bilzerian, it's not, he's not somebody that I would be looking to as a voice that is really, the type of person that should be leading any efforts. Just my opinion.
I don't know who it is anyhow. I know the name, but I don't know who that is.
We'll continue.
Increase supply, which we can talk about that.
That's a whole other conversation I'd love to have with you too.
Absolutely. Yeah. More than 3 minutes. But we'll definitely get into it. Jason, always appreciate you being here and explaining it to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, they sure know the topic, let me tell you.
That guy's not very memorable. I honestly, yeah.
But could you imagine being out there with that flag, still on board with this after all this time?
When was that picture? How long ago was that?
I just told you. Have you not been listening at all? Come on. It was this weekend.
Oh, this weekend.
I mean, how absolutely tone deaf can somebody possibly be? Like, at what point does it become?
He had friends. Look, there was a bunch of them up there in their little haven, in their little Zion Nazi haven.
This is still, without question, a class issue. Those that have the money have been able to make the rules, and there is undue influence, especially in real estate. The Tiger King. Tiger King's in a lot of trouble. I don't know if he's going to be going on.
Now you guys are just being silly.
I think they just like to pick on us because I think our channel's gotten bigger now. All of a sudden,
now everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's a producer now. No. In all seriousness, guys, we do like recommendations, and if you do know someone that you think would be good, you could also send an email to admin@revolutionarychangenow.com.
And one more person that I do want to put up, who I thought was very interesting. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Will Chamberlain is.
I know who Will Chamberlain is.
Will, not Wilt.
Oh, I got excited for a second. I thought we were going to talk of sporty games.
No.
Okay.
There is no more ridiculous spectacle than right-wing accounts whining about the plight of the Palestinians. I mean, to even put out a statement like that, whining about the plight of the Palestinians. So this guy is...
I think I prefer Will Chamberlain.
I think most...
Who is this?
He's apparently a very well-known content creator that is also on the board of the Edmund Burke Foundation, which is about getting right-wing judges on the bench throughout the country. So that's his...
Whatever. So... Yeah, again, I thought my idea was better. Okay, continue.
Well, I said that he's an Israel first trader, and most people agreed. And he responds with, you literally have Palestinian colors in your bio.
Yes, that was the whole point. Thank you for catching that. We did that on purpose. I'm so glad that got picked up.
I mean, that's your comeback? That's what you say? Your comeback is, you have Palestine. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, I'm glad that our new logo is resonating exactly how I wanted to. That's what I got. It was sort of like we had our own he was like a mini focus group, if you will. Thank you.
Ross, I apologize. For some reason, I thought Sag Harbor was on the North Shore.
I said summering in the Hamptons.
You did say it. I was wrong. I just said I was wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong.
There's only one place that douche canoes like that hang out, right?
Yeah. I guess. If they're that
this time of year, yes.